have them edge to win. Avangar, though, going to be bouncing back with a headshot courtesy of Fitch in mid. Going to keep the CTs honest. He's been tagged down to 34 and finished off by Simple. And with the bomb still dropped back towards the T-spawn, Avangar aren't going to have any action for a little while unless they push long, which is where Electronic is waiting for them.
One thing we've seen in this tournament so far for Navi is, I mean, you know Simple is not necessarily scared of a fight, but he's willing to take pretty much everything. He's doing as much as he possibly can to will Navi into the legend stage of this major. 3-on-4. All three players for Avangar out towards long A on Dust 2. It's Edward at Car, or Electronic, excuse me. He'll have the first glimpse, taking some shots. Doesn't need to commit to this fight. He's got teammates here, and he's got the information. They have to aggress upon him if they want to move, but they know turning this corner, the USPs, the P2000s can do so much damage. Grizzon's going to shut down Flamey, and now we have a round.
Yeah, now it's really up for debate, but Electronic going to try and hold it down. 2 headshots. Could be looking for a third. James going to answer back. Has been a phenomenal talent, but he's going to be coming up against one of the best, if not the best, in the world in the form of Simple. 15 seconds. Gonna have to get a move on. Tries to bait Simple out into the open. Nice idea, but he's just cut into a very short amount of time that he had. Still gonna get the bomb planted. Close range. Shame lands the headshot. Vanguard gonna need to get a skate onto the site, but they will do just that. Bomb gonna get planted. Up close is Jame. There's one looking for a second. Gets it done. And the lack of head armor really starting to catch up with Navi now in this lack of a purchase. Hyper-aggression. We'll see the end of Jame, but the damage should have been done. Especially now as Fitch has found Simple. Oh, hold on. This may not be over just yet, Jason.
Yeah, they've thinned it out. 2-on-2, retaking. Flamey's gonna have to do something magnificent. Misses that shot. Grizzon is gonna be held back into the site, though. He doesn't want to peek, doesn't want to be exposed, and Zeus can't find anything. But they've done great damage. They can stay in this position and take these last few guns away. Zeus might want to think about saving that armor. Flamey can't connect the shot. One more kill. Not bad at all, and now you back away. No chance of winning. The bomb's gonna blow up. Zeus is going to go down. He's at the A bomb site, peering on catwalk. Simple here in mid. That's the position of the two ops, and you can see Simple being much more cautious than he has been previously, waiting for someone to walk out mid. These have been slow-paced round from Avangar. Fitch working up catwalk all by his lonesome. Grizzon, Kaikert, and Jame coming down mid. Looks like Simple might get his chance, and he's getting bored. That timing, though, just misses the opportunity. It's going to be Flamey who makes first contact. There's a missed shot, and he's punished.
And if Simple spots that, Flamey may have actually started to back away or played a bit more cautiously. So timing really catching Navi unawares. Fitch now going to make a move. Buster's been tagged. James is burning to a crisp, and Zeus holds it down with the AUG. Time is running scarce. Avangar going to have to make inroads sooner rather than later. And I'm not sure about that from Zeus. Maybe stick with the AUG, or perhaps not. He's going to land onto Quicker, but instantly finds Jame, who is not going to miss. Edward trying to tap with the AUG. Still time ticking away, dwindling. 10 seconds. Jame going to get the plant down. But Edward finds Grizzon. It's a 2-on-3 stacked against the Vanguard. Jame misses the shot. This one you expect him to land. Haven't got a lot for it. If they do push through, it's going to be a claustrophobic, close choke point that they push through on the tunnel side.
The one nice thing about where they're headed now is it is against Simple, who is amazing, but he has an AWP, and that smoke can cover him off. Not using the Molotov, using the AWP. There's the first coming out of the smoke. They can't pick him off. So good. Simple can be so safe, and he's so on point.
May anticipate some kind of a stack coming in. Edward did just see a couple of shoulders peeking around the corner, flashbang in his eyes. But the call comes through, and instantly Flamey and Zeus move into position, and they've both struck gold. Fitch and Buster both get destroyed. And suddenly it's a 3-on-2. This is now very doable. Flamey's going to finally get Molotov out of position. This puts more pressure on Zeus. Plus, both players have AWPs. They can't really get up close and personal. Somehow Flamey's made a way outside, into the site. How is that even possible? He's going to claim another kill, and he spots another player, misses the first shot, but switches to a sidearm. This is where the 5-7 can be absolutely brutal for Avangar, and he's claiming frags left and right. Avangar are going to let this slip through their fingers. Flamey gets 4 kills, and Navi somehow get an 8th round. Yeah, whereas he started very well, things have slowed down a little bit, not just for him, but Avangar generally. 8 rounds in a row to Navi. And the bulk of those kills for Jame came in the first couple of rounds. Simple now on the prowl with his AWP. Different angle, not up on the side. This could actually catch Jame off guard. He's going to peek around the corner, nearly line up for a 2-on-1. But he's able to scamper away. Jame does get a kill with the scalp. The tagged up Flamey gets finished off.
Yeah, but look at the movement of Navi. Everyone's going to be here, and they're even moving up catwalk. Zeus with the AUG. There's gaps in the smoke. One smoke cannot cover that entire thing. Here goes Zeus. Going to delay him even longer, make this fight awkward for them. Still holding on. Edward is boosted up now as well. This doesn't get any easier. Great kill from Buster, and over the top is Fitch. An unlikely round, but they've put it in their favor. They have lost these before, but I feel like their positions in this one are just too powerful.
That was pretty unreal. That was a 4-on-4 with 10 seconds left.
Oh, they might want to go for it now as well, Navi.
Yeah, that could bait them into it. Simple lands himself a shot through the car. Flashbang up. Allows Electronic to start to make a little bit of a move in, see if he can execute off one of these pixels.
He's got to come around this corner very fast, and actually, if they come up the stairs, that can be a pretty difficult shot to hit, because Flamey's going to expect appearance from far away. There it is, though. Fitch comes in slowly. Kai Kurt next one. He's going to be isolated because of the Molotov. He even got hit in the face by it, and then eats the op bullet. All three players for Avangar on catwalk. Entries have been stopped and forced back, and Navi don't even really have to do anything now. They can just wait for Avangar to attack the bomb site.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like Avangar are really willing to explode out altogether. That was very stalled and labored. It was 2 peaks individually. Rest of the team was still on catwalk. Unsure of what to do. Not
even with any utility either. No flashbangs. We'll go back to that just one last time. Flamey, he's got 2 kills in the round and a chance to build upon that.
He's been Molotov'd out though, so there is maybe a hope. They got a couple of frags into a bomb plant last round, but Flamey's gonna shut the door in their face. A full ace as well. 5 kills.
So give it all, and you have to imagine, you know, with everything we mentioned earlier, this Navi team with the question marks surrounding them, you might as well test and see if they're going to be weakened in any kind of factor. We haven't seen that too much in this event. They've actually looked like the possibility of breaking up has banded them together. Flamey almost caught out in the open, but still no progression from Avangar, and actually he's going to get plenty of shots at this angle.
Yeah, it's the same again, isn't it? They're just slowly piling out at the same choke point. Navi will continue to punish you.
Yeah, Electronic on the other side of that smoke.
Excellent first headshot, and with the information he gathered, Jame moved down into CT. It's not going to stop Simple from chipping in with a kill, and now moving on the B side where they have already struck onto Buster. He was holding B alone. With his death, the bomb site will plant down from Navi. I'm going to try and stave off the retake. Edward, able to just hold position, doesn't necessarily have to go out and fight. Just peek up now and again, give the rest of his team an idea of how far down the tunnels they are. He can land some headshots, all the better for it, but it's down to Flamey, the man in form. Fitch just destroys him, though, instantly through the window, and Avangar will get the second pistol.
Edward, with his low HP, has the FAMAS, but he'll turn into more than likely a lurker or someone who's just going to watch the flank.
Can also feel this one out a little bit and try and draw out what little remains of utility of Avangar before they decide to press. Edward needs to be very careful. A stray bullet will claim his life, just on 2 health. Oh, no.
No, that's all on the utility just used there by Zeus. That's a smart play, because often that mid to B smoke, the best way to cover a mid to B split is to put 2 players in mid. They evacuate the B bomb site, eliminate half the attack, and go for the retake. And that has provided Navi with just an entirely free bomb site. And we just talked about how difficult B is to retake now. I don't even think they can go for it.
A whole lot harder when you're a player behind and there's AKs and other rifles in play. Avangar may do well to just hold on to these guns. They've got plenty of utility, they've got a kit, they've got armor across the board, and they seem to be agreeing with that decision as they pull back. So Navi, off the basis of a smoke, drawing Buster out, will get the first rifle round, I guess you could call it, because both teams had some. You can't really afford to be involved in too many skirmishes. Out they go, and Simple with the first entry. I think he did see, definitely has seen Buster now, but I think he saw him just beforehand. Krisen, meanwhile, is going to pace Zeus. This does put Simple all by himself, but he is able to strike against multiple players simultaneously. Krisen goes in with his second. Now Simple's down to 34. He's ate a bit of grenades from Avangar. Meanwhile, Flamey's making a move through catwalk. Somehow still alive, somehow still kicking, but the final nail has been put in his coffin.
Advantage, though, for Navi. They have the information. They know that there's 3 players at the A bomb site, even though they're a man down. If Electronic can get in and plant this bomb, Simple can play spoiler. He can wait to pounce. He can shut them down from crossing over to the B bomb site. He still has a role to play in this round.
Simple really could be the gatekeeper of this. He's got one still in position. He's on for the ace as well. Not far off landing the headshot, but Quicket comes back with his second. So a 1-on-2. Electronic with the Galil. Not really tailor-made for this kind of a position. He'd love to have an AK instead. It's all going to be down to timing. He sees the first player, able to spray through, or flashbanged. And for a second there, Moses, I thought they lined up for him. I thought he was going to pull that one off while fully blind.
They entirely did line up for him, and if he has an AK-47, that might go differently. Valiant effort, though. Massive damage done, 3 kills.
Progressing through to the next stage, but they were definitely like a 50-50 for me.
I thought they would be like quarterfinal at most, but
yeah.
I think the big difference is Flamey's performance, not only today, but yesterday as well against Team Liquid, and basically throughout this entire Legend stage. Like, if they're going to have that 3rd star, yeah, you might have some issues with the team. Yeah, this might be like a last hurrah, see what happens, but you're still a team that last year spent the majority of the time as a top 3 team. You won a couple events last year. They were able to beat Astralis at ESL 1 Cologne last year, which few teams were able to do towards the end stretch of 2018. So, very dangerous, this Navi squad. Simple's going to get this kill with the nade. James can do absolutely nothing about it.
Just has to watch and hope for the best, really. Oh, a couple of kills in quick succession. Edward and Zeus in a 1-on-2, stacked against Crizant. Crizant has been one of the better players for Avangar alongside James.
Hasn't been a very high barometer. Avangar is outplayed in every single aspect in this match. 16-6, a resounding victory for Navi on Avangar's map pick on Dust 2 to the champion stage of IEM Katowice. Kai Kurt doesn't even want the battle, he just wants the information. He's got it. No utility, no kits on Avangar, so if they get into this bomb site, Navi, it's going to be very difficult, but this is a 4-man stack. I guess this is really all you can do if you don't want to retake. You got to fight for every inch. They're even getting close up. This is going to be so tough. Navi not lining anyone up at the top ramp either.
Yeah, Crizant's also been smoked out, so he's going to have to make a move forward, and Quicket's already been destroyed by Simple. James not going to get touched. He's going to wait until everyone's crossed by. There's one, but only one. Probably should have got a second frag at least, but instead, Navi going to get the bomb planted, and it does feel like that was their chance to get this round under their belt of Avangar. Now Edward up close is going to be found by Crizant, who has already chipped in for the 1 kill in the round. Going to be looking for more. Tagged down to just 24, though. And there's another flash, burning his retinas out of his skull. There is a second player in the form of Buster that's making a move up on the catwalk side.
Crizant has no ammo. He had to swap out. He ran out of bullets in his USP. This round should be over. That's a nice shot, but as we said, no kits. And the plant spot allows that aggressive stance from Zeus all the way on the CC spawn side to cover the diffuser. It's all over. You have a 4-man stack at that B bomb site. You need to win that pistol round. I mean, poor James just waiting behind Spindle.
It is. With plenty more action coming up, but in the here and now in round 2, just over a minute to play with, no casualties, no damage, nothing's really happened. It's just been Navi feeling their way out into Ivy in the form of Simple.
And they also don't have any smokes left, so Simple at Ivy is going to be close enough up with his MAC-10 to get in range of the Deagles, and actually Buster's even rotating to the B bomb site, so Navi is just going to walk out and find a free gift. Ooh, here's Simple. Chance. It's a very narrow corridor for that Deagle. You can see he's a little bit cautious as he falls back, and I think Buster, all of Avangar really realize this round is lost. There's no reason for them to try and rotate over. You save these weapons and you just fight with them in the next round. If you can. Simple wants to take some things away, and so does Navi. Zeus and Electronic pushing through Connector. They want to take these guns out. They don't want to have 2 rounds of danger.
This could backfire, though. If Avangar can take down some of these guns, they can use it against Navi in the next round. They also want to stop the farming frenzy for the SMGs. Flamey's been smacked down by Quickert's Deagle. Simple's waiting as Electronic chimes in with a couple with his MAC-10 and a third. That's money in the bank. It's been costly for Navi. They will lose 1 rifle, I believe, an AK drop down, because time is dwindling away and no casualties from Avangar. This is where the pistols become that much more powerful. in amongst the chaos, the frenzy of trying to get onto the site desperately. And with the bomb in A main, they cannot rotate to the B side. They're going to have to bite down on this fully. Fitch in the smoke going to try and hold the line, but now Simple's coming through. Zeus has been found in Pop Dog, and this round is quickly spiraling out of control. They're going to try and regain some of that, though. Edward and Flamey going to be able to get the bomb planted, and now it forces Avangar back towards them. But AK-47s have traded hands. There's some grenades also in the hands of Avangar, and the force buy will yield the round in the end.
Nice recovery from Avangar, and they can have a double up setup right off the bat. Simple had one as well. I don't know if they realize where it is.
Here comes the push. Flashbangs and Molotovs being exchanged. So much damage inflicted to Na'Vi already. And Quickert with the York. Beautiful spray. Going to drop the bomb out. Third kill for Quickert. And time to just pick that gun up. Electronic has done some damage in amongst it all, but it could be too little too late. Zeus going to find a second. Does stop Quickert's killing streak, but Avangar will claim their second. Yeah, again, it definitely does seem like a different side to Avangar. A much more cautious, worried side of them. Quickert, though, going to go for the aggression, and, well, 1-for-1 trade may not be good enough. Na'Vi going to pull the trigger. They're all going to come sprawling out towards the B side. So far, so good, though. James going to hold with the AWP, but Edwards getting up close and personal with his AK-47. He's caught between two players, finds them, but only able to get one. Fitch with his second MP9 kill. And Flamey
with the pistols and the SMGs, that could be some aggression. I think maybe actually the call during that timeout, they noticed how Avangar likes to bite on fakes. They're actually running towards the inner bomb site. That kill onto Crizin was so important. Kuikert's been pulled out into sidewalk. He's in the open. He does get one. Edward coming through the smoke now. Biding his time. He's going to hold connector off. This bomb site is lost, and it's all down to the flank. Electronic's going to meet them, but he's only got a CZ. He needs this first kill. There's Fitch. He's got it. One more. He knows the footsteps. Can't convert.
2-on-2 now. There is a kit. Smoke and a couple flashbangs on the side of Edward. He's got a smoke of his own, plus the AUG. Simple with a Desert Eagle, but don't take this man lightly, otherwise he will punish you. Smoke onto the side is going to draw Simple out into the open, but importantly, Bust has been dealt with from Edward, and there is Simple through the smoke. Na'Vi will get their first round. But their buy is super solid as well. 3 AUGs and 2 AWPs, I mean, that is the dream on Trey.
It really is, isn't it? Not an easy defense to bust through. James is fortunate to get away with that one. Quick shot, fall back. And again, towards the inner bomb site we go. Na'Vi has leaned heavily on this. It hasn't always been successful. It was in the pistol round, and it was on a round where they faked the outer bomb site set piece and caught them in an awkward rotation, but these brute force attacks towards inner have not worked, and part of it is because, again, a very fast rotation. 2 players going to be coming out of connector already.
Molotov chunks down Flamey so hard, but Zeus finds the head of Fitch, and a second.
Oh dear.
Where's this Zeus been?
Which makes, I mean, it just makes them so susceptible to fakes, especially if teams are going to start looking into them. They are still relatively unknown quantity, as they've talked about it in a number of interviews. I think people are going to respect them a lot more after this major. James, he's zoned in his scope. Oh, the jump from Edward, that's brutal. Nice job in the secondary up on Buster. No idea someone's above him. Reduced visibility when scoped in. And this defense is about to fall apart. Electronic surely going to get that kill.
And again, Quickert looking to flank with the UMP. Really had no other option. Probably just going to have to try and save it. See if he can maybe upgrade to an AK-47. But the bulk of this round is over. Na'Vi sail on to a 6th round. Quickert does have a fair amount of equipment value at his disposal. Could get this kill long range on Flamey, who is very low. Surprisingly, claim another no. Some sanity has been restored, but at the cost of 3 lives, Flamey brings it back. Quickert's peak, a little bit of a head scratcher when they're in such a good position.
Oh dear, that play from Fitch. Now a 2-on-2, it's been taken away from them so quick, but the tough part is Na'Vi is still so split across the map. James towards the inner bomb site, where they last spotted the bomb. Crizin, surely he doesn't come up above the ladder. This SMG could be brutal if Edward makes one misstep, one mistake. Still plenty of time for Na'Vi, and you have to like this decision. Edward and Flamey both backing off their respective positions, where they found 3 kills to equalize into a 2-on-2. And they can go wherever they want together. 30 seconds left. It's really only option is this A bomb site. They've just got to go out team mid together. These AKs are going to provide a lot of range. Avangar, Crizin, and James have not been able to salvage any weapons.
Yeah, and there's head armor on both Na'Vi players, so James is pretty much useless at this stage, and his teammate's gone down. Na'Vi with a collective sigh of relief. Nearly a nightmare round. James going to be able to get into position on Pop Dog at the very least, but he was never really going to be in with a hope with a USP and no armor.
2 on 5 and 5 straight kills for the Na'Vi players. They couldn't find the AWP, but there's so much money on Edward, and it's the last round, so who cares? We'll delay things. That's the brunt of their attack. Most of their manpower is lined up here. But what an adjustment out of the defense. They all decide to go away from Ivy. Push up towards the choke points. Crizzen has been in ladder room pretty much all half. He's been comfortable. James is going to get an angle deep in towards T-mid with the op. It's Buster with a FAMAS. Not the weapon you necessarily want to defend with. Not the most powerful. Plenty of chances for Na'Vi to break into this outer yard from Ivy, and as soon as that happens, it's pretty much all over. Here we go. Electronic going to lead the way. Smoke in his face. James is now rotating back. There's the peek, and Buster's going to get one. James still alive on the bomb train.
Just 25 seconds to hold on, but Simple's going to find him. Thins out the herd on A. Judging from the 2 players on B, this has just gone horribly wrong now for Avangar. This round looked like it was in the palm of their hands. Still, Fitch comes out swinging, lands the headshot. Not much health on Edward, but makes each and every one of the 24 count. And now Fitch with a nightmare situation of trying to clutch a 1-on-3. Otherwise, Avangar will be trailing 8-7 at half-time. And there's Zeus, drive-by headshot. Cheeky. Na'Vi pick it up, though. They do bounce back. Nade chunks Crizzen. How many players, if any, can quicker get out in position? The answer is none. Edward actually now is more biting down on the B side because no one was following up quicker. So not only is this fake not worked, it's actually hampered Avangar even more. They're going to need to swing out with some kills, and Fitch is the first one. He extinguishes Edward. Zeus actually coming out second best on that encounter with a CZ close range. You expect him to win, and the opening picks once again going the way of Avangar. It's going to yield a bomb plant and should be the round on top of it. Flamey's in a 1-on-3. He's being tagged down into submission.
A whole lot more.
Yeah, more than double. 89 off quicker with that scout shot. Electronic now with a smoke in his hands. Realizes that if he gets peeked, he's a dead man. Did he just see a play around the corner there? Well, he's definitely heard the noise now, at least.
2 tags by Simple, softening him up for this 5-7 from Flamey. That smoke is too deep. They're already past it. He doesn't realize it, but that damage done by Simple is going to help out. He wants to go for that fight. He's got one. If he swings, he's got another. There it is. That's the bomb. The smoke holding James back. Oh, this is a disaster for Avangar. They have to recover somehow as Edward adds on top of it. But they're so low.
Yeah, I don't think they can recover, Jason. Collectively, they've got 38 health and a 2-on-4. The bomb also in such a bad position outside Ivy.
And Edward's now pushing even further. He's heading down these stairs behind them towards T-spawn. James looking at it for the moment, but his attention's going to be dragged so many different places, and if Edward just pauses here, he can be patient. Oof.
Goes in for the kill. That's an AK-47 picked up for the CTs. Will you get to take it up the round? Yes. Electronic again, just shoulder peeking. So I think only 1 player, but in a round like this, when you know their economy's low, it likely will be a stack. With just quicker waiting for a rotation. Zeus did this in the previous round, so if he goes for it again, the Zeus may be used against him. Simple and Flamey, though, standing tall, delivering headshots left and right. It's only headshots. And Flamey will spoil that sequence, but he gets a 4K. And he was the player that was on 120 ADR on Dust 2. Well, Vanguard won't be silenced in this round, at least not to start things off. Zeus instantly gets headshot. Beautiful entry work by Quickert, who doubles up with the AWP. Electronic and Simple scratching their heads, wondering how the hell that just happened.
I think Flamey, Edward, and Zeus might be wondering how that happened as well. Nice shots with the Deagle. Spectacular shots. Will this be enough? There's still some time for Navi to recover, especially with Simple involved. He's been so quiet, they have no idea. Oh, I think he wanted to hold his trigger. I think he was looking for more, and he just kind of, unfortunately, blew it. There's almost 2 kills, a third over by Connector, and he just didn't spot Buster in time. Even Electronic going to come for this at least early on. He's going to get caught as he comes through the smoke by Fitch. It is a round win for Avangar, and it's a lot to ask for Navi to come back in that round.
With both pistol round wins, they've actually won 3 out of 4 pistol rounds in this best of 3. Ooh, bit of damage across to Jame, and there goes the push for Edward. He's going to get 2. Locking down Boxall's all by himself. Buster's going to counteract with 1 kill, but I don't think he realizes 2 players could be pushing him here. Simple's behind Edward. In they come. Are they going to push in without a flash? Yes, they are, and that could be to their detriment. Buster is still holding the angle, to be fair to him, and Simple now on a 1-on-2.
This is where he shines, though. Not this time. Nice job from Buster. 3 headshots. Made his way all the way towards Old Bomb, and Zeus is not going to expect this on the rotation. A missed shot at a narrow angle. He's got out of there so fast. But Navi's under a lot of pressure. The bomb is back towards Team Mid, so Buster has to back away, and I cannot believe Zeus is like running the gauntlet.
He is daring Jame to kill him. He's got a death wish. That's the only thing I can think of, and now he's going to push him. Close range, Jame round the corner, going to be found by Zeus. Well played in the end by Zeus, but it's going to be down to him and a 1-on-2. Crizant and Buster have smoked off connector, and the bomb going to traverse across to the A side.
It's taken us almost 50 rounds of play to see Jame do that. That's what we were looking for, and look at what it's allowed his teammates to do. It causes so much chaos that the CTs simply have no idea where the other players of Avangar are. They're so concentrated on dealing with how crazy he's playing that they lose track of everything else. Zeus, able to win that, but he's so low. And again, that kit comes into play right now. It might just affect his decision. I think he's just going to pick up the op and save. Might be the low HP that's done it, but certainly the kit not having one of those is a deciding factor as well. And Buster runs past the bomb. He needs to pick up his teammate's AWP. You saw how much work Jame did with it to provide the openings necessary.
In terms of Navi here, Moses, they don't need to budge an inch. Their setup is pretty locked in. And to make matters better, Flamey's found 1. Information gathered, and a second. If he crosses, could be a 3rd. No, decent headshot by Buster. And they've actually equalized in terms of manpower in this round. Avangar gonna start to whittle away at Navi's armory.
I think Electronic must have saw something. Simple definitely saw Buster, but Electronic is waiting this whole time. He knew it was going to be a fake. I think he heard Crizant, might have actually done some damage. Crizant down at 12. That was from his teammate. Didn't know he was that deep. The op on Simple, but Zeus is the next man up, and low HP, this could do it. If he gets aggressive, forces them into the arms of Simple, it's exactly what happens. And there's the follow-up with a USP. Doesn't even need the op at that range. A triple kill. Simple sends Avangar packing. They do get a plant.
Yeah, I think especially in this round, right? I mean, you know the pressure's kind of off. No one really expects you to win this. Electronic is the player to show courage, though, and he's going to be rewarded with 2, nearly a 3rd kill. Down to 89, Jame will fall. Only 1 smoke to play with. They're outnumbered, they're outgunned. And they are being found by Simple's AWP.
Fair play, Jame got a kill.
But he's going to need 4 more.
This is going to be it. So Navi is going to make it to the top 8. Congratulations to them. A lot of question marks upon what they were going to look like coming into this event. I don't think Flamey saw that, so actually James going to get a... Oh,
there you go.
Nice. Some honor is regained. Not enough, unfortunately. Edward's going to end things. Nice performance from Navi in this second map. Edward at 23 kills, Simple at 22, Electronic at 20, but that second half, it didn't feel like they were really tested. So Navi's able to walk into the top 8 of IEM Katowice. Avangar is not eliminated. They will be playing tomorrow another series to determine if they move on or are eliminated. They'll have 1 more